My name is Michael. I'm the Adult Services Librarian for the Valencia branch. It's part of the larger City of Santa Cruz Public Library System, where we have a library in Canyon Country, New Hall, and this building here. And we're very, very, very proud to be presenting again a program, very timely program, once again with Quest Toastmasters. We've had one on anti-bullying, one on stopping the hate, with all the craziness that's going out there right now with social networking and the politics and no one getting along. And tonight's presentation is just as timely and just as important, called It's Okay to Be Different. And I told Mark I'd share my little bit of experience with being different. I went to a school, the same school from 1st to 8th grade. And instantly I was Mikey. And I don't remember, I'm just trying to think who nicknamed me that, but so I was shorter than most, and instantly I got this nickname. And you know, statistically, I'm supposed to be poor, I'm supposed to be not as happy romantically, all of these statistics with people who are shorter in height. And just because of this program, I thought, well, first of all, I'm really happy with who I am. But because of this program, I thought, well, what did it do for me being different? And I think what it did is it put a spotlight on me. But I was able to use that spotlight in a good way. I was able to take advantage of being noticeable. So all my life, I said I've just been kind of lucky to be who I am and feel that way. But like I say, I did stand out, but I took advantage of that opportunity of standing out. And so, with that, I'd like to present our first presenter. It says here, the gentleman's name is Mr. Alan Blake. It says he's a bit shy, and he's going to be a first official presenter for tonight's It's Okay to Be Different.
Thank you, Michael. That's right, I'm a very shy person. And I'm actually here to facilitate the discussion and the presentations that we're going to have this evening. And we're going to have 4 wonderful presentations, and then we're going to follow it with a Q&A. So think about the sorts of questions you would like to ask the presenters as they're giving their presentations, and I will facilitate that. And to make sure, in case you're all shy people, I will have some questions ready to ask them so they're not going to get off scot-free. And that will help warm you up and get things going. Now, before we set things in motion, I do have a job to do here as well, and that's just give you a little bit of an explanation about Toastmasters. Toastmasters, very simply, is about helping people become better speakers and stronger leaders, better communicators, for people who are terrified of giving presentations to those who might actually want to be a world champion. We help all of them. In the same token, we give people leadership opportunities that perhaps might open doors for them to become stronger leaders, not only within Toastmasters, but perhaps within their community and within their companies in the great big wide world that we all live in. So if you'd like to learn more about Toastmasters, you heard Quest Toastmasters are sponsoring this event. We'll be delighted to give you more information. So one final little bit of snippet on Toastmasters. It's international. Has about 370,000 members in 142 countries in 16,000 clubs. And we have lots of clubs here locally. So if you'd like to join Toastmasters, we can make it very easy for you. And then a brief comment on my shyness, because I don't really feel all that shy anymore. I deal with my shyness. I've come out of my shell. One of the ways I came out of my shell was that I said yes to something that I would usually say no to. I said yes to public speaking. And I joined Toastmasters to help me give better presentations at work. And the more presentations I gave, the better I became, even though I was nervous and shy. But I accepted that. It's okay to be nervous and shy, providing you say yes. I retired from a big company called Procter & Gamble, and as a consultant, I did something very silly. I said yes to even more speaking opportunities. And I ended up being a presenter and facilitator at conferences and seminars all over North America, speaking to thousands upon thousands of people. I was always nervous, but very calm. Nervous but calm, a strange contradiction. And it opened doors for me and gave me many, many connections and many, many friends. And I put so much of that down to stepping forward and being brave that one day when I said I needed help, and I went to Toastmasters, and I haven't looked back. So I encourage any of you who haven't tried Toastmasters before to come along. So there's my little story about being shy. If you're shy, you don't need to run and hide away. Say yes to things you would normally say no to, and it opens doors. Let's get on with our presentations. I'd like to introduce our first speaker. Distinguished Toastmaster Marc Richards is an author, athlete, fitness guru, positive thinker, speaker, and dog lover. Few know about being different as well as he does. Join him as he delves into the subject most dear to his heart. Please welcome Marc Richards.
Hello everyone. Before we get started, I just wanted to make sure that everyone's cell phones were off, just so we don't have interruptions. Thank you. Friends, how many of you feel that you're different? Yeah, well, we might all feel that we're a little different. I hope that you leave today feeling that you get to understand a little bit more about the fact that it's okay to be different, and that if you're different, you're not less. What is the definition of different? Different means that you're unlike something or somebody else. By that definition, we all have something in common. We're all different. You have brown hair, you have blonde hair, you have gray hair.
Pink hair.
Pink hair. Bad vision. You have brown eyes, I have green eyes. We all have something different. Well, I'm a little bit more noticeably different than most. As you may have noticed, I rolled to the stage. Because I'm noticeably different, I have experienced more of this difference aspect that we're talking about than most. I've been a paraplegic for the last 19 years. As a paraplegic, I've experienced a lot of stares, a lot of questions. People are wondering about me. They wonder what it's like to be paralyzed. And so, I would like to show you what it's like to be paralyzed. If you take your hand and make a fist, and extend your ring finger, just like that, and put it on your leg, and press down. Try to lift your ring finger. Can't do it, can you? When I think about my legs and lifting my legs and moving my legs, that's how it feels. Interesting. When I go about my day and I do things, I find that I do things differently than you. In fact, when I go about my day, you may have recognized some of these things. How many people here would be interested in like to ride around in a modern chariot? I get to do that all day long. It's a lot of fun. I also do something else that's different. I drive with my hands. I do Tai Chi from the seated position. I swim. How? I float. Try swimming sometime without using your legs. Now that's different. Is it any less? No. I still get from one end of the pool to the other. I'd like you to meet a friend of mine. Oh, by the way, this is what it looks like when I roll. Pretty fun. I fly. Let me ask you a question. Does it make any difference if I get from here to here? Does it make any difference how I do that? Is rolling any less than walking? No, it isn't. Walking is overrated. And that gives you a good example. The fact that I can roll like that and feel like I'm flying sometimes. It's really spectacular. Want you to meet a friend of mine, Russell Burke. Russell is a high-level quadriplegic who relies on a ventilator to help him breathe. He dove off a boat into the shallow part of Lake Havasu, joining the Disability Club about 5 years ago. Notice something about the man? What's the first thing you see about Russell?
Smile.
His smile. He's a happy man. He's got 1,500 friends on Facebook. People love this man, and he loves everyone else. He can't move anything below his neck. Is it his body that's different? No. Yes. But I mean, is he still him? Absolutely. He's still Russell. Russell recently went skiing. This is what it looks like when he went skiing. I look at Russell, by the way, you look at me, and you might think that I'm different. I look at Russell, and I think that he's different. But is he any less? No. The funny thing about that is that no matter how you look at somebody, you get a different impression just by the way they look. That's not necessarily a good thing. Let me show you some examples of people who are different. Recognize this man? What do you notice about this man? Does anybody in this room look like this man? No. Imagine buying a shirt for this man?
No.
Okay. Yet he went out and he became a huge movie star and the governor of our state. Look how different he is. Now this man, anybody recognize who this is?
Yes.
Hey, who is this?
Superman.
Christopher Reeve. Notice the tube. He is a high-level quadriplegic, just like my friend Russell. He was in a riding accident, a horse riding accident, fell off the horse and became a quadriplegic. And he went on to become the founder of the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation for the Cure of Paralysis. A huge nonprofit organization. Did it matter that he was quadriplegic? Not at all. Who is this?
FDR.
FDR. Franklin Delano Roosevelt contracted polio when he was a child. He used a wheelchair for his mobility. He couldn't walk normally. Most people don't know that he used a wheelchair. In fact, it wasn't until recently that they were going to build a statue of him standing. And people realized, wait a minute, that's not who he is. Who he is a man who had to use a wheelchair. Did it make him any less of a man? He was our 32nd president, and he was reelected 3 times. You may not know who this is. His name is Nick Vujicic. Nick has spoken to millions of people. A motivational speaker, unparalleled. He was born without arms and without legs. That's different. Did it matter? No. He was able to get out there and do his thing. He's married, he has 2 children, and he lives in Southern California. Let's try a thought experiment. You're driving down the road, late at night. An animal runs across the road. You swerve, the car rolls, and you wake up in the ICU, paralyzed. Is your body different? Yes. Are you any different? No, you're still you. In conclusion, when you think about the way that you are today, what I want to know is this. Do you say, why me? Or do you go ahead and move on with your life, being a positive thinker, a positive mover, maybe a positive roller. And I want you to think about myself, Russell, and Nick. And all together we can say, I am different, but not less. Everyone, please. I am different, but not less. I am different, but not less.